taking the penalty rather than declining the penalty. So Stafford to the end zone. Touchdown, Brian Johnson. Bears drop back into coverage. Into the end zone, touchdown Detroit. The tight end Will Heller.
A wide receiver look. Stafford moving. He'll take it himself and get it. Touchdown Lions.
Stafford drills it, and it's caught for the touchdown. And Pettigrew, the 20th overall pick from Oklahoma State, puts the Lions in front. A 7-yard touchdown pass from Matthew Stafford. 3-man rush. And now they send a linebacker. Plenty of time, and the pass into the end zone, and the catch is made, and it's a touchdown. Brian Johnson.
Edwards, as you said, flying up over the top. And it looked like from up here he got Stafford helmet to helmet.
And a handoff, fake. And there's Stafford looking for a target. And wide open in the end zone to make the touchdown is Titus Young. No defender near him. Lions with a first down. Flags are down, 2 of them. And this pass is caught in stride by Calvin Johnson. And he does a little deke and then steps in for the touchdown. It'll be 56 yards.
They line up in a power formation with the fullback, and that's Will Heller as the fullback. Kevin Smith is the tailback. Rolling out is Stafford. Stafford's going to try to take it into the end zone, and he cannot. It is called a touchdown. Wow, it looked like they stopped him just short of going in. Stafford to the end zone, caught. Johnson, touchdown, and that silences this crowd.
Just over 2 minutes remaining. Stafford fires to the end zone, touchdown, Chris Durham.
Bush and Bell in the backfield and release on 3rd and 9. Stafford keeps the play alive, directs and fires to Johnson, who's free, and Megatron's all the way home. Touchdown, Detroit. Stafford has missed on his last 5. Gonna run for it and get there. Touchdown, Detroit. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford to throw and does. Open is Jed Collins. That's a touchdown, Lions.
Stafford on 3rd and 10, a pump fake, and now he fires downfield for Jeremy Ross, who makes the catch and takes it in for a Lions touchdown. Stafford to Ross, 59 yards. Stafford fires, end zone, touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first NFL TD. First play of the 4th quarter. 2nd and goal. Off the fake to Bell. Stafford looking for the pylon. He's in. Touchdown.
George Wynn, the running back.
Quick turn, and the quick pass is caught by the tight end Eric Ebron. His second. Stafford with time, throws, touchdown, Golden Tate.
2nd and goal from the 9. Stafford over the middle, touchdown.
Thanks, Joe. What an exciting game as quickly Stafford throwing, and the pass is caught. Golden Tate has a first down. Golden Tate is down the sideline. Golden Tate has a Lions touchdown.
We're coming out of a game break, and we missed the biggest play of the game for Detroit. But who else is going to make it than Golden Tate?
Stafford fires, end zone open, feet down. Corey Fuller, touchdown. And he's looking for that shot down the field, and there is Golden Tate, and that is a touchdown. Stafford bought himself some time, and he finds his #1 target without Calvin Johnson. Fake it to Golden Tate, and that is a touchdown throw to Theo Riddick to bring the Lions within 2. Now, if you're wondering,
so Travis Swanson is playing at right guard. Third-round draft pick from Arkansas, 4-year starter for the Razorbacks. Play fake. Stafford dials up the deep ball. One-on-one. It's caught. Megatron is back. Touchdown, Lions. Under. Lions trying to go in front. 36 seconds left. Stafford steps up. Stafford hooks a pass. Oh, it's caught! Touchdown! Theo Riddick! Lions take the lead. Matthew Stafford delivers in the clutch.
The screen. Tate at the top has not been targeted so far today. 3rd and 6. And a catch for the touchdown. Calvin Johnson. Just 28 seconds. 1st and goal from the 6. Stafford. End zone bound. Touchdown. Touchdown, Calvin Johnson.
Look at the matchup down here. That's the one I'd want to work with Calvin Johnson.
2nd and goal from the 6. And the fade to Johnson. He's got it. And a touchdown.
When they like to utilize Joseph Fourier, tight end, down in the red zone.
You've been right once today. Here's the pass into the end zone. And guess what? You're right again. Crowd is furious. 1st down at the 20. Pass, end zone, touchdown, Calvin Johnson. Stafford and Megatron get the Lions right back in this game. Stafford floats it, Johnson back in the end zone, touchdown. That's his 2nd of the game. An intentional grounding on Stafford moments ago in the end zone led to a safety in a 16-point game. Stafford, pass is caught for the touchdown. It's Riddick. And the Lions are alive here at Lambeau. Wilbur is coming on the blitz. Stafford steps up, fires, got a man, that's Tate. Golden Tate inside the 20. He's going to go to the end zone for a touchdown. And a quick strike from the Detroit Lions to start this game.
Mark Mayhew, the young general manager of these Lions team, who took over an 0-16 team, remember, in 2008. He has made so many solid moves, and there's a touchdown to the #1 pick a year ago, Ebron. Catch made, and into the end zone goes Theo Riddick. So with 1:04 left, we just said a short while ago, this one is not over.
2nd and 2. Stafford gets time. Nobody open. Rolls and throws. Was he in bounds? The Lions think so. Calvin Johnson made the grab. Stafford gets pressure, throws and completes to Ebron. He dives for the goal line. Touchdown! Eric Ebron with a great effort at the goal line. Gets in, and now the Lions need a 2-point conversion.
They just do get it away, and he's caught on the run by Abdullah for the touchdown. Just before they get to Stafford, Abdullah is able to take the pass on the run. Stafford looking over to the bench saying, we're going for 2.
Theo Riddick is in for the Lions. Stafford booked that way. End zone throw, corner of the end zone.
Tim Wright. And the Lions with a touchdown, not the original target of Stafford. Stafford, end zone. The ball is juggled, and the Bears come up with it. An interception by Jonathan Anderson. Looked like a touchdown, but not held on to by Tate. And it's ruled a pick for Chicago. Tate thinks otherwise.
That ball comes out.
No challenge, quick snap, end zone throw, and yes, touchdown, Calvin Johnson. Stafford, pressure coming. End zone, touchdown Lions. It's Eric Ebron.
As they try to get something positive late in this game. Flushed out to Stafford. And he throws. And rolling into the end zone for a touchdown is Lance Moore.
They fake it to Tate. Stafford, touchdown as he finds the tight end Pettigrew. And on the first third down conversion of the game for the Lions, it's a touchdown to take their first lead of the afternoon. Second down and goal. Protection, pass caught, touchdown. Theo Reddick. And Reddick wide open over the middle. An 8-yard touchdown from Matthew Stafford. Stafford trying to stay hot. Play action. Pass caught. Tate makes a move and walks in. Touchdown, Detroit. Calvin Johnson across from the rookie row. That's where Stafford goes. He's got it for the touchdown. End zone. Touchdown, Calvin Johnson.
But again, both teams coming off a Thursday game last week. Not a quick turnaround. Here's the 3rd and 2 to the end zone. And Ebron has it for the touchdown. From the 17. Looking for Megatron. And it's a touchdown. Right over Sam Shields.
Big completion to get down inside the 5-yard line.
Stafford, end zone. Golden Tate with a touchdown for the Lions. That's its second of the day. Brandon Pettigrew on IR. Bear Pasco, new tight end, lining up number 80. His Lions debut here tonight. From the one on 3rd and goal, Stafford chooses Tate. And Golden Tate is in the end zone for a Detroit touchdown. 1st and goal, Detroit. Stafford for the 3rd time in the first half, a touchdown pass. And it's Golden Tate for the 2nd time, but there is a flag down on the opposite side of the field at the 1-yard line.
Fake one way, come back down the middle of the field, and it's a touchdown for T.J. Jones. They're going to him. There it is. Same look with 4 receivers into the short side for Stafford, who's got time to throw to the end zone for a touchdown. It's Tim Wright with his 2nd touchdown of the season. And the Lions couldn't have gotten off to a better start. 2nd down and 8 from the 36. Stafford with time. One-on-one for Calvin Johnson. Lays out. Pulls it in. Touchdown Lions. Michael Burton. Play action. Stafford back of the end zone. Touchdown. Eric Ebron to put the Lions back in front.
When that play caught everyone off guard on the Bears defense.
Stafford on 3rd down. He throws to the end zone. And and finds his man for a touchdown, Eric Ebron.
Line to identify their assignments.
Second down and 20. Stafford to the air. Rolling out to his left. Throws on the run in the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Anquan Bolden.
Jones, but all in all, it's been a slog for them.
Oh, boy. And Marvin Jones is off to the races. He will score a touchdown in the final 30 seconds of this opening half.
And the Lions will take that matchup all day.
Stafford a pump fake. And falling down the defender and falling into the end zone with a touchdown is Marvin Jones Jr. They bring in the fullback Michael Burton and they go out of shotgun on 2nd and goal. And it is a touchdown for Theo Riddick.
On the sidelines. Please note, players get in rhythm, play callers get in rhythm, and he's in rhythm.
They fake it one way to Tate, and how about this? It is Riddick into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown. What a fake that was with Tate in the backfield.
I'll be shocked if they don't bring pressure. And I'm shocked.
Stafford off the back foot to the end zone. Flag. Touchdown. Andre Roberts. Stafford completes to Bolden to the end zone. Touchdown! Anquan Bolden!
Lions will get the ball first following halftime as well. As Stafford throws, end zone, touchdown. Anquan Bolden. Get to the 20 for a first down. Stafford throws, and it's complete to Golden Tate, who has a first down and then dives to the end zone for a Lions touchdown.
And they're going to go up top here. Stafford sidearms it. Got the open man. It's Bolden again for the touchdown.
Blitz, arm hit, but he's open. Golden Tate has it. Tate on his way and into the end zone for a Lions touchdown. Matthew Stafford in the pocket.
In the NFC North. Right now down 4, 2nd and goal. Stafford under pressure. Going to tuck it away and run for it inside the 5, and he's in for the Lions touchdown.
And that passer rating is spectacular as Stafford throws. A few hearts are beating around the country right now. And he caught it. Anquan Bolden. Well, that's overwhelming.
A few of them in the NFL, but you see a lot of teams doing it the way Detroit is.
On 2nd and goal, Stafford catch. Theo Riddick. It's going to be a touchdown Lions. For the end zone. Catch. Yes. Touchdown Kenny Galladay. Stafford's going to throw. Kenny Galladay leaps for it. He held on for a touchdown Lions.
They are in field goal range for Matt Prater. 4-man rush. Stafford well protected, lofts it up, and it's a touchdown for Marvin Jones.
Eli Apple struggled last week big time against Dallas, and that's the 3rd time they've been looking for Apple.
That's a team in the league last year. Stafford got away from JPP and throws a touchdown. Eric Ebron gives Detroit the lead again. From the 11 of Atlanta, middle of the field, Golden Tate, he's in for a Lions touchdown. Another one for Matthew Stafford.
First and goal from the 4-yard line. Stafford moving to his right, looking end zone. Now he throws. Touchdown. Darren Fells. Third down and 10. Stafford steps up and throws. It's caught by Fells, and he is in for his second touchdown there in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 4. Zach Zenner in the backfield for the Lions. Stafford complete. He keeps his feet, and Golden Tate does what he does so well, all the way down and jumping into the end zone. Touchdown Lions. 45-yard score from Golden Tate. He communicates the play to his lineman. 2 wide receivers to his left. He's looking to his right. That's Jones in the end zone. What a grab by Jones. Now for Matthew Stafford and these Lions.
Move Mahalik over to left tackle.
They move Mahalik over to left tackle. You are indeed correct. Over the middle. Wide open. Touchdown, Darren Fells.
Oh, that's guts, man. Lang, the right guard. 8 years as a Green Bay Packer. 2nd and 5. Stafford going to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown by Marvin Jones.
That's the first opening possession touchdown for the Lions this season, and that's touchdown number 200. And he's the 4th youngest man to hit 200, but I just love the way Matt Stafford.
Stafford to the end zone and caught by Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit.
That's quite a throw and catch.
So suddenly the Lions in the driver's seat. 2nd and 7. That pass is caught. Riddick into the end zone for the Lions. Touchdown. 3rd and 3. Stafford comes to man under it. Has his man. It's Ebron. And he's in for the touchdown.
Balboa has made the telecast this year.
Won't be the last.
Stafford to the end zone. And it is a touchdown for Marvin Jones. So the first time a Lions offense has looked like the Lions offense. That's a 28-yard touchdown. Daniel Fells, a big target, is checked in at tight end. And wide open for the touchdown reception, Amir Abdullah.
This one down the sideline. Flags are thrown. Catch is made. Touchdown. What a catch. Marvin Jones Jr.
Play action. Going to throw it wide open, and that will be a touchdown. Nick Ballore, the backup middle linebacker, who checks in on offense that Chris brought up a little while ago.
38-yard pass play. 1st and goal from the 5. Stafford throws, end zone, touchdown. Golden Tate.
Well, this is West Coast offense 101 right here.
Stafford will move it to the right and throw complete to T.J. Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Stafford back in the end zone. What a grab. Ebron goes up, holds on. Touchdown, Detroit.
Four-man rush, good protection, wide open, and that is a touchdown for Eric Ebron, the tight end.
Stafford, and the pass is caught by Golladay. Golladay is off in the end zone, touchdown. Stafford giving and getting it back, and the pass open, and it's caught by Tate. Tate inside the 10. Can he get in? He does. Touchdown.
As a wide open. Catch is made by Golladay. And he is spun down inside the 5. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like the 3-yard line. Not a 49er defender in sight. Stafford wide open in the end zone. And going up to get it, making his first catch today, the tight end Michael Roberts. And don't look now with 3:27 to go. A point after away from this being a 3-point game.
From the 33-yard line. On a roll. Stafford deep. Got a man. Touchdown. Marvin Jones. Talking about having to take shots, having to connect, and there it is. 75 yards, 10 plays. A big early 3rd down conversion.
3rd down and 3. Stafford throws far sideline. It's Tate. Makes a move. 1st down and more. Golden Tate on his way. Touchdown. But hang on. There's a flag way back at the 46-yard line of Detroit. So let's see what the call is.
This might be a defensive call.
Illegal use of hands. Hands to the face. Number 94 defense. That penalty is declined. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Stafford going that way. Has it. Tate's got it. Touchdown.
Against Chicago. And then Rodgers, a miracle comeback. And is it a touchdown? It is for Marvin Jones Jr.
Just in case they needed extra back, another one goes down.
They got Riddick in the backfield now. And that is a touchdown for Kenny Golladay. A huge score for the Lions.
They fake to LeGarrette Blount, and here's the pass, and it'll be caught for the touchdown. The Lions with Michael Roberts, who missed the last 3 games with a knee injury. Matthew Stafford, the throw, and it's caught for the touchdown to Michael Roberts, his 2nd of the game.
Three-man rush for the Seahawks. Pressure coming. Stafford ducks away. Reloading and firing. Jones in the end zone. Caught it. Touchdown.
Playing cover 3. One rule when you drop 8. You've made a great call on a 3-man rush. Looking like a barber out there.
Stafford off the play fake. Looking for Jones in the end zone. He drags the foot, and it's a touchdown. 2nd touchdown today for Marvin Jones Jr.
After the penalty, Stafford with a chance for the end zone. Touchdown Lions! Kenny Golladay from Chicago and St. Rita High School on the receiving end of 6.
3rd down and 10. Stafford sets. Now he throws. What a catch! Golladay! Touchdown!
So Wade Phillips needs to help his linebackers who are trying to take Riddick one-on-one in space.
Bring in another extra offensive lineman, and look at this. It is a touchdown to Taylor Decker, who was eligible.
the slot, defended by the former Lion Raphael Bush. Stafford looking his way, gets through his progression, finds an open man for the touchdown. First career touchdown for Andy Jones.
Stafford on 3rd and goal. Throws to the back of the end zone. Touchdown. T.J. Jones.
Keep you updated on any more of those status updates.
Thank you very much. As Stafford steps up, takes the shot to the end zone. And that is caught. T.J. Jones doing a little snow angel with no snow for 23 yards.
2nd down and 6. Play fake to Johnson. Stafford gets out of trouble, and he has an open receiver, Danny Amendola. Amendola with a juke, and he scores a touchdown for the Lions. Wide open was Danny Amendola. Crowd looking for a stop here, forcing the Lions into a field goal situation. And Stafford still looking, and he lofts one, and it's caught for the touchdown. And it's Hawkinson having a brilliant first game.
On the move, 2nd down and 10. Stafford, screen pass, Johnson bobbled, wheeled in, got a great block on the play by the center right now. He'll take it in. What a play! 36 yards, catch and run. Carry on Johnson with a big block by the center right now. Rochelle is in. Was in concussion protocol earlier in the week. 1st and 10. Stafford deep. He's got him for a touchdown. Galladay. He beat Hayward. A 31-yard touchdown pass for the lead.
2nd down and 10 for the Lions. 4th time they've been inside the red zone. Only 1 touchdown. And make it a 2nd touchdown. What a beautiful throw by Stafford to Marvin Jones Jr.
Now comes back in the backfield on a 3rd and 4. Stafford looks right, not there, now over the middle. That's there! It's a touchdown to the rookie Hawkinson. 3rd and goal. Stafford over the middle, firing in traffic. It's caught for the touchdown. Galladay's got that one.
Because of 6 seconds left.
Let's see what they do. They go that direction, and this time it is caught by Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown of the first half.
Averaging 38 yards per reception. 3rd down and 15. As Stafford goes deep, looking for Hall. He's got it. Touchdown. "49 yards from Stafford to Hall." 3rd down and 2. Stafford to the end zone, and the catch is made by Galladay for a Lions touchdown. From the 41, on the toss, it goes back from McKissick to Stafford, and now he goes deep for Galladay. Touchdown.
And they convert to Jones, who had the 47-yard reception, teeing it up inside the 5. And Jones with the receiving touchdown.
And outside the frame.
So after the penalty, they start 1st down and 20. And Stafford again with a lot of time and wide open Galladay. Inside the 20 to 15 to 10. Galladay, the end zone. And a touchdown to Kenny Galladay.
Set up by that 15-yard penalty.
Stafford, great protection, and drops it in there to McKissick, who will find the end zone. J.D. McKissick, his 1st touchdown of this season. Stafford steps up and on the move, throws for the end zone. Touchdown! Connecting with Marvin Hall.
That's a great job by Matthew Stafford, staying with Marvin Hall, waiting for him to clear that second safety across the field.
The linebacker turned fullback out to the right. Empty backfield on 4th down and 1. And there is the pass, and it's caught by Jesse James for the touchdown. So, missing in action really in the first couple of games of the year. Jamal Agnew, who's been an offensive threat, is in the game right now and moves to the slot to the left on 1st down. And here is Stafford's pass, and it's caught, and it's touchdown time. Kenny Golladay, welcome back to the Lions with the touchdown reception, and did they miss him?
2nd down and 3. Stafford throws to the end zone. Touchdown. It is Swift. Waiting. First and goal from the 1. Off the fake to Peterson. Stafford throws. Hawkinson. Touchdown.
Stafford throws, goal line caught into the end zone, touchdown. TJ Hawkinson and the Lions add to their lead. What kind of pressure do they put on Matthew Stafford? He has time. Hesitates, throws, touchdown Lions!
DeAndre Swift goes in motion on 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. Stafford, end zone, touchdown. Marvin Jones with his 2nd of the day.
So far for Swift, 3 carries, 32 yards after that 16-yard gain. Stafford going to the air. Little pump fake. Has a man deep, flag down. He's open. Marvin Hall, touchdown. Let's see what the penalty is here. Good young tight end. 3rd down here. Stafford again with that little shoulder hitch. Wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Marvin Jones.
Yeah, the Baltimore game was in Houston, but AKC, Baltimore at Pittsburgh, brutal. Here comes the rush. Pass to the end zone. Nice throw by Stafford for the touchdown. It's Sanu with the catch.
Before Jones finds that soft spot.
Mack chasing Stafford. He steps away, and Stafford looking deep for Quintez Cephas. Cephas into the end zone. He's got it. That's a Lions touchdown. Stafford will step up. Pressure coming. Floats it for Jones. Open in the end zone, and it's a touchdown for the Lions. Stafford with a little shovel inside to TJ Hawkinson. Touchdown Lions.
Where does Stafford go here on 3rd and goal? Goes through his reads to the end zone. It's caught. Marvin Jones for the touchdown. And what an opening drive orchestrated by Matthew Stafford.
Stafford's back in there, fakes it to Peterson, launches one, wants Jones, gets behind the defense and gets in. Touchdown Detroit. 43 yards from Stafford to Jones. Anthony Harris stumbling trying to track him down, couldn't catch.
Told me that during the week before they knew he was going to play, said no question, he's a competitor. They were sure he's going to be out there.
Down the seam and a touchdown. It's Quintez Cephas. So Stafford's 2nd touchdown pass of the day. This one from 20 yards to the rookie out of Wisconsin.
Went back out there and played. Tough guy.
2nd and short. Stafford given time. Jones is there with the defender falling. A Detroit touchdown on the 2nd play of the 2nd half.
Rolling left after the fake. He's going to air it out. Deep downfield. Has a man open. It's caught at the 15-yard line by Van Jefferson. And he gets up and rumbles to the end zone. Matthew Stafford with a bomb. He's got the great arm. We know that. And then Jefferson makes the catch, rolls over, doesn't get touched, and takes it in.
That's what Stafford does so well.
No huddle here. Stafford again is going to air it out deep downfield, wide open. A flag is down. That's Cooper Kupp. There's a flag down to the 35-yard line. The Bears already signaling it's against the Rams. That would have been a 56-yard touchdown.
Second down and 6 with Kupp in the backfield. Stafford sets, throws, end zone, touchdown, Cooper Kupp. 16 yards, Rams strike first. First and goal for the Rams from the Colts 10. Stafford, end zone, touchdown, it's Kupp. His second of the game.
I don't know that they will, but the strength is attacking them in the air.
Boy, no pressure on Stafford. Jackson, they finally hit it. Deshaun Jackson, touchdown.
Flush it so quick for today.
I have just, it's you compartmentalize. Stafford for the end zone, touchdown Rams. He connects with Robert Woods.
They get the snap off, fake to Woods. Stafford throws, it is caught. It is a touchdown.
Niners rush 4. Stafford throws. It is caught. It's Tyler Higbee and the signal for the touchdown. Kupp has not been targeted yet. The league's leading receiver. Stafford going downfield for Jefferson. He's got him. Jefferson able to stay upright, and he is gone. Touchdown, L.A. On second down, Stafford underneath. Henderson. Touchdown. What a throw. Thereby trying to avoid their third straight loss. Here's one for Beckham. Got him. Touchdown, Odell Beckham.
That's very subjective with that forcible contact.
So you don't love it. On first down and 10, Stafford loads up for the deep shot. Running ahead of everyone is Van Jefferson. Touchdown. Stafford rolling to his right and throwing that way and snuck it in for Cooper Kupp. Touchdown for the Rams.
It's Michelle breaking out. End zone throw. They can't take him away. Touchdown Rams. Cooper Kupp. Picked up 11. Stafford throws for Kupp. He's got it. Cooper Kupp. It's a Ram touchdown.
Stafford for Beckham. Open. Touchdown. And a little gritty from Odell Beckham Jr. with Justin Jefferson watching on the other side.
You see these guys talking here. They're responsible for that bunch.
Stafford rolls, throws, end zone. Beckham held on. Touchdown. Rams lead. A clutch pair of catches by Odell Beckham Jr.
Stafford keeps, throws, touchdown, Higbee. Stafford end zone pass is caught. Touchdown. Stafford end zone, Kupp. He's got it for the touchdown. Loft one for Odell Beckham Jr. Got it down! Touchdown! Kupp in motion. Stafford wants it again. And let's see. Still no signal. Sort out the bodies, and it's going to be fourth down.
And so the defense now waking up the Bucs.
3rd and 20. Stafford going for it all. He's got a wide open man. It's Cooper Kupp who gets free. And Kupp rolls all the way to the end zone. Takes it himself. In there for the touchdown.
Stafford end zone, Kupp. He's got it. Touchdown Rams. 3rd down and 1. Stafford end zone, Kupp. Got it. Touchdown Rams.
Stafford going to the end zone, reaching up and making the grab.
Odell Beckham Jr. Stafford rolling and throwing. Caught. Cup. Touchdown. Pass. Cup. Got it. Touchdown.
But now much bigger guys inside for the Bills.
Cup bottom of the screen. Stafford looking that way. Throwing that way. Cup puts the toes down. In for the touchdown. Cooper Kupp does it again.
3rd and goal. Just inside the 1. Stafford wants the fade. Robinson, touchdown Rams! Kupp and Robinson stacked to the top. Stafford looking for Cooper Kupp over the shoulder grab, and Kupp's in for his 2nd touchdown of the year.
Got a man read. They sent Skowronek in motion. You see they got the bunch with the 3 over the top.
Stafford, Kupp, what a catch! Cooper Kupp turns on the Jets. Kupp racing away. Cooper Kupp all the way. Touchdown!
Henderson twice keeping this thing alive.
Big plays. Stafford. Robinson, jump ball, touchdown!
Third and goal. 17th play. Stafford. Gonna run it himself. And he dives. He's in for the touchdown. Stafford lofting end zone. Kupp has it for the touchdown. Cooper Kupp going off in this first half.
He was the one that made a fuss about it. Said they ought to take the C off his jersey. As Stafford fires it downfield to an open Kupp. He beat him for 70 yards in the playoff game. And he's got another long one against the Buccaneers.
Oh my goodness, this is an incredible throw with Vita Vea bearing down on you and Kupp running a perfect route.
Tutu Atwell goes in motion from the 38-yard line off the fake to Akers. Stafford going deep. It is caught. Atwell, touchdown. 62 yards. Atwell in motion to that side as well. They throw to the left. Tutu's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
And the Rams still have life with 1:03 to go.
Puka will be the first option for Matthew Stafford.
3rd down and 4. Stafford throws. There he is. Nakua to the end zone. Rams win.
Stafford. End zone. Caught for the touchdown. 2-2 Atwell. Stafford lofting end zone. Nakua, he's got it. Touchdown Rams.
And win that game, man. Look at him now. Still getting accurate.
3rd down and 8. 10th play of the drive. End zone. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp.
Hand was down out of bounds first. Would have been a 16-yard gain had he completed it. Stafford had to spin away from Highsmith. Throws on the run towards the end zone. Caught. 2-2 Atwell. Touchdown.
We got 4 receivers here eligible on the right side.
Stafford has time. Guns it over the middle. It is caught. Skowronek in for the touchdown. Ben Skoranek, who just came in when Nakua went out for a breather. He scores. And the Rams trying to get back in this game.
Stafford to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Puka Nakua is in. His third touchdown of the season.
Ankle against Seattle. He had the hamstring that kept him out to start the year. Stafford floats one. Higbee into the end zone. And yes, it's a Ram touchdown. On 2nd and goal from just beyond the 5. Stafford throws. Catch made. Touchdown, Tyler Higbee. Here's a souvenir. He's got 2 today. And that tight finish at the end to beat Seattle. Stafford wants to throw. Floats it. Touchdown Rams! Kyron Williams. He's got another one. 2 today. 9 for the year. And this is 7th game.
2nd and 1. Stafford. Over. Nakua on the run. Puka Nakua turns on the afterburners. Touchdown. 70 yards. And the Rams are on top. Up in motion. The fake. Stafford looking to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson. His first touchdown grab as a Ram, and Los Angeles back on top. Couple motion down that direction as well. Stafford looking, throws. Cooper Kupp with the Rams touchdown. And the turnover turns into 6 for Los Angeles. On 3rd and goal, Stafford pressured, corner of the end zone. Kupp's got it for the touchdown. 2nd consecutive game this old hookup has resurfaced. Stafford to Kupp, and the Rams take the lead. On 2nd and goal, Stafford in trouble, lets it go. It's a touchdown. There is a flag as DeMarcus Robinson gets the score.
Kupp in motion. Stafford off the play fake. Looking long for Cooper Kupp. He's wide open. He's got it in stride. He's going to go in. 62 yards. What a breakdown by the Commanders. And the Rams capitalize right out of the gate.
All your receivers are your tight ends, so that arm talent is tremendous with Matthew Stafford.
Got a credit too to Hudson. Hudson's had a big day for the Commanders. Stafford going to the end zone for Robinson. He's got him. There is a flag down on the far side. It's right now a 23-yard touchdown pass.
You got Kyron Williams set out wide to the left. You've got Kupp in motion. Stafford looking one way, then the other. Throws caught. DeMarcus Robinson having the night of nights. Touchdown.
Guys are moving. Somebody's got to get settled here for the Rams. 3rd and 1. And Stafford going to try Nakua, who's open down the sideline. He's got it. Nakua inside the 10. Finishes the run with a touchdown. 3rd and 1, and again they go up top, and Puka Nakua, the rookie, finds the end zone. Huge score for the Rams. Lions bring an extra one. Anzalone's picked up. Stafford throws. It's caught. What a throw to Tutu. Out low. Bye-bye, Tutu. Touchdown, Rams. First and goal for the Rams. Stafford looking up top. Got him wide open. Cut to the end zone. And the Rams take the lead. Touchdown. Stafford's a Kupp.
Stafford. Across for Williams. Oh!
somersaults in to the end zone to get Los Angeles on the board.
Here we go, first and goal, yard away, 3.5 remaining.
I would actually play action this one, yep.
Throws it, caught for the touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson from Stafford.
What a great route.
In the pocket. Touchdown! Kyron Williams. Vikings minus Blake Cashman tonight. He's hurt. Leads the team in tackles. Meanwhile, Stafford chased, escapes, fires, caught. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp. Let him to the Lombardi. Throws this one to the corner. Reaching for it. But a flag is thrown in the end zone. Robinson comes down with it for the moment. DeMarcus Robinson. Kupp now out of the slot. Stafford to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson.
Second and goal. Stafford, end zone, touchdown. DeMarcus Robinson. His 4th trip to the end zone this season. Second down and 6. Fake to Williams. Stafford fires downfield. It is caught for a touchdown by Robinson. The Rams win it.
Stafford rolling, throwing, end zone, Cooper Kupp touchdown. Both touchdowns in this game provided by a couple of Eastern Washington alums. Kendrick Bourne for the Patriots, Cooper Kupp for the Rams. Fake it to Williams, Stafford floats it, Nakua reaching, diving, holding on, touchdown Los Angeles. Put some speed on that one, and there goes Cooper Kupp to the house. Another strike, and Kupp takes it the distance. 69 yards on a very nice Stafford delivery.
That's what Gerard Mayo wants. He wants him to set the tone with low pad level and better tackling.
Stafford, back foot, slinging for Parkinson. What a throw, what a catch. Hopefully everybody's all right. Parkinson makes sure after securing the touchdown. His first target in 3 games. And it's a touchdown from Stafford, his 4th of the day.
That's why Rodgers was in. He was flagged for the penalty. Second and goal, Stafford. End zone touchdown. Held on to by DeMarcus Robinson. And the Rams respond with 6.
I still think led, of course, by Jalen Carter.
And one of those beautiful throws by Stafford to Cooper Kupp for the touchdown. Matthew delivers on cue.
Another third. Stafford looking end zone. Kupp. He's got it. Touchdown Rams. They blitz. Stafford sees it. Nakua gets a block. He might go. Nakua scores. Touchdown Rams.
Play action. Stafford on the move. Stops. Finds his man. Touchdown Williams. Get the ball out in the screen. Under 20 to go. Wide open. Allen touchdown. Stafford fires in traffic. It is caught by Higbee for the touchdown. Tyler Higbee. Stafford in the middle, caught for the touchdown by see is that there's Colby Parkinson. Parkinson for the score. And it's a one-score game for the Rams at 28-21.